It's time for Oh, What a Beautiful World. And boy, are we going to one of my favorite places in the world, though I've never been. So I can't wait to talk about how we might set up our own pilgrimages to Medjugorje coming up. But right now, we are going to be joined by Ben Nash of Corporate Travel, who's currently traveling with Trapper Jack. Now, I can't imagine traveling with anybody better than a guy by the name of Trapper Jack, who rallied a group from throughout the country to join he and his wife Elizabeth on pilgrimage to Medjugorje in partnership with, of course, Corporate Travel, helping them celebrate one of their 60th anniversary tours. Simply put, Trapper Jack is a blind guy, helping you see God's truth, hear his voice, and experience his presence. He's speaking. He is a speaker and has a famous podcast, Touched by Heaven, Everyday Encounters with God, which I believe is where this collaboration with Corporate Travel was born. Gentlemen, it is so good to be with you, Mr. Ben Nash and Trapper Jack. Good morning to you.
Hello from Medjugorje. This is Ben. It's such a joy and a pleasure to be on with you. And I'm sitting here across from Trapper Jack and his wonderful wife, Elizabeth.
I can vouch for that. Wonderful. I'll vouch for that. And of course, the question is, how does one get a name like Trapper Jack?
Yeah.
The answer is all the good names were taken.
I think you have a great name. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'd bid on that.
It's a great name. Actually, that was from 40 years of radio. I was on the radio for 40 years. And from that, went into podcasting and decided to carry that name with me because it does tend to get attention, although people usually think I have something to do with gators or something. But outside of that, it works out okay.
No, I've heard of the radio legend there. So now, where were you in radio involved most?
As far as the Trapper name goes, 3 years in Pittsburgh and then another 25 in Cleveland to kind of finish up the 40 years in radio. Because God loves the number 40. That's your desert time. So now this is paradise. Medjugorje is paradise. So that's where we are right now. I just don't think there's a holier place. I don't think there's a place on this earth where people acknowledge the miracles within the church the way they do. This is the confessional of the world. Hundreds of confessions being given every night to dozens and dozens and hundreds of priests. It's where adoration will happen tonight with thousands under the stars adoring Christ in the Eucharist. It's just like no other place ever, which is why my wife and I are here for the third time. Ben, it's the first time for you. What are you taking from this so far?
Well, Trapper, we're only 2 days in, really, if you're not counting our extensive travel days to get halfway around the world here. But I would say one of the best experiences for me so far was hiking up Apparition Hill and stopping at the different icons of the joyful mysteries and praying the rosary as we climbed, and then stopping at the top at a statue of the Blessed Virgin Mary, which marks the place of the apparitions. That was definitely the most impactful experience so far.
Nice smooth walk, isn't it, Ben?
I'd say so. But you know,
Come on, with a lot of rocks.
A lot of rocks.
No, yes. The joke here, folks, is that this is not a hike for the faint of heart.
Right.
It's quite rocky, and it does help. It does help to have two functional eyes. So we're hopeful that Trapper, though, can make it up. We've got another hike in a couple days here. And we're hopeful that he'll be able to join us for that.
And on a previous time, it was really kind of cool. My son was with me at the time, and a firefighting buddy out of New York was with me. And I was putting a hand on each one of their shoulders, and up we went together. I didn't do that today, but Elizabeth went up, and I was curious what your favorite time thus far. And by the way, sometimes those rocks that you're walking on are said to be our former stony hearts because they get softer as you're here. But what's your highlight so far, Elizabeth?
Well, the hike was awesome, but we kicked off this particular pilgrimage with a private mass with it was the Franciscan nuns on our way in from the airport. We actually stopped and did a private mass in the chapel with where the nuns are, and that it just set the tone for this particular pilgrimage, which is with Father Kevin, who's a local. Well, he's an administrator now, but we've known Father Kevin for many years. So he's with us from Cleveland. on this trip. So that was pretty cool.
The fruit of Medjugorje has just been undeniable, right? So the Vatican has moved forward with some statements, some permissions going forward, even though the apparitions are alleged to continue. So it's kind of unusual that they would make statements while those are still happening. But with that in mind, the Vatican also issued a decree that the Church of St. James in Medjugorje has been designated as a holy site for this year of Jubilee. Have you guys made it through the holy doors there at St. James?
We've turned them into a revolving door. We just keep going in and out.
That's a good idea.
Plenty of plenary indulgences. Absolutely, we've done that. And you're right. The fruit is, in fact, there's a program here on Mary TV called The Fruit of Medjugorje where they share these stories. I'm on there, and as well as a bazillion others who have had experiences here, and I've certainly had mine, and we've had ours. But the beauty is that you just can't deny the miracles. You can't deny all the men. I don't know if it's hundreds or thousands of men who claim that they are now priests because they came here and something happened. As a matter of fact, the very first time I came here and I gave my confession to a priest and then thanked him for being a priest, he said, well, the reason I'm a priest is this place. And I said, sounds like you have a story. And I pulled out my recorder for the podcast. He said, this is a confession. And I said, no, we're done with that. Now comes the podcast. And I got his story. So got to pull one of the stories that touched by heaven. Yeah.
Right in the middle of the confession. This is a confessional here. I can't do that.
I love it.
A consummate professional there.
A clarification on St. James Church. It's not holy doors like you will experience in Rome. It's a holy site for the Jubilee year.
Okay.
It's a Jubilee church. So you can go through any of the doors and out, and you do get the graces on the indulgences, but you do have to fulfill the confession and the communion and praying for the Pope's intentions.
So that does include the revolving door. That's
from
good.
All sin.
Yeah.
Well, here, and we talk about, we continue to talk about the fruit. And I myself, honestly, I've never been to Medjugorje, but I am fruit of Medjugorje. My mother went when I was very young, and she had a conversion, and then that kind of brought about my interest in the faith. Not kind of, it absolutely did. My wife had her major conversion in Medjugorje. So for those of us who have not yet been and who would love to go, Ben, tell us how do we get involved for a future pilgrimage to Medjugorje through corporate travel?
Well, absolutely. We've got plenty of pilgrimages available. We're always working with new group leaders to create new pilgrimages and add to our offerings. But the easiest way to find out when we'll be going to Medjugorje next would be just to call into our office or to visit our website and do a quick search for Medjugorje. And we hope to be bringing many, many more groups here in the years to come.
Yeah, and I want to come with Trapper Jack and his wife Elizabeth.
Right.
You guys are fabulous. Thank you.
So celebrating 60 years of sacred journeys with corporate travel. Thank you, all of you, for this wonderful presentation. You've kind of brought us right there, and I feel so much better for it.
Yeah, and please take our intentions with you as you continue your pilgrimage.
Count on it.